Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of Am I the Asshole? If you enjoy hearing Reddit stories, it would really support the channel if you could hit the like button and subscribe. Without further ado, let's dive into our first story. Am I the asshole for telling my parents I'm not changing my name because of their name regret? I'm my parents' youngest kid, and the only kid the name based on what they liked versus what the family wanted them to name us. My siblings were all named after family members like both my dad's and mom's families prefer. By the time they got around to having me, they were live, F this shit, and told their family they were choosing a name based on what they liked and not based on family. So they named me Sunny. Yeah, the girl version of Sunny. I don't care. I don't think Sunny is girly because it has a U as an O. But anyway, my parents started to regret my name when I was maybe 10. I don't remember exactly when, but I can remember being about 10, and my parents started sometimes calling me by my middle name and only stopping when I told them it was weird, and I liked my first name. When I was 13, they asked me if I ever went by a nickname, and I said no. Last year, they said some kids change their names before graduating high school because they want something more grown up, and they want to save the added expense of changing the name on their degree. I was like, oh, I guess if people want that, it makes sense. Then I said it must suck to hate your name. 6 months ago, my parents said I look like a James nicknamed Jamie. I asked them why they thought that, and they said I just had that look. They asked what I thought of the name, and I said I like Jamie, but prefer Sunny. Then they asked if I liked the name Luke, and I said no. In June, they asked me if I would consider letting them change my name to something different. They said they feel like they named me as a big F you to their families, but felt bad that I had such an unserious name for a man. I told them I didn't want to change my name, and I always loved the way they talked about finding my name. They said their feelings had changed, and they felt like the name, being cute and light and full of hope, wasn't great for going into my adult years. They said they deeply regretted it. I told them I was glad they made the choice they did, and they shouldn't stress it. But last week, they got the paperwork for a legal name change and presented me with like 3 name choices and asked me to pick. They said they really didn't want to live with the guilt. I told them I'm not changing my name because of their name regret. I told them how I feel about my name is more important now. They told me I should at least think of their feelings and that I should consider the future and whether I'll be taken seriously. Am I the asshole? What the hell? Not the asshole. 6 months ago, my parents said I look like a James nicknamed Jamie. So, are they planning to push you to change your name every time you change your hairstyle or wardrobe? Sunny or Sunny, regardless how you spell it, is a perfectly normal name for a male. An identity is intertwined with a name, and it's hard to separate the two. You and you alone are the person that should decide if you want to change your name. I didn't even think of that, but imagine if they had more regrets a year later. I'd never be able to stop changing my name. You are a minor. I would check and make sure that they can't force a name change. Oh, they can't. That's why they keep putting pressure on me. At my age, they need my consent and for it to be my wish to change it. Not just because they regret it. Not the asshole. Your parents sound exhausting. I mean, this is just sad. Being cute and light and full of hope wasn't great for going into my adult years. OP, please go forth into your adult years, being cute and light and full of hope. Am I the asshole for refusing to help pay for my younger brother's college because my dad never saved up for him? I, 26 female, graduated from college a couple of years ago. I worked my butt off to get through school, juggling scholarships, loans, and part-time jobs to pay for everything on my own. My dad, 55 male, remarried when I was 18, and I have a half-brother, 17 male, who's about to graduate high school. Recently, my dad asked if I could help out with my brother's college expenses because he and his wife didn't save up for it. He said I should be able to afford it now that I have a full-time job. And because I got lucky with scholarships, it would only be fair if I helped my brother, since family helps family. I love my brother, but I told my dad I can't be responsible for his education, especially when I had to figure everything out on my own. My dad didn't give me any financial support during college, so I don't see why it's suddenly my responsibility now. He got mad, called me selfish, and now both my stepmom and brother are giving me the cold shoulder. I feel guilty because my brother has nothing to do with this. But at the same time, I just started my career and am trying to build a life of my own. Am I the asshole for saying no to helping pay for my brother's education? Not the asshole. Good for you. It is crazy for your dad to expect you to do his job for him. You never saved up for your brother's school either. But more to the point, it was never even your responsibility to do that. Your job right now is to get your life established, maybe save up a house or a trip you'd like to take. You wouldn't be an asshole even if you set a hard rule that $0 go from you to them. I think you should. Maybe someday, but not when your dad is 55. He's the responsible grown-up, or should be, and it's time for him and his wife to act the part. Thank you. I feel like he wants me to compensate for the mistakes he made some years ago. That's why he is asking me to try and pay for my brother's college. That isn't your responsibility. That's on your dad and his wife. It's crazy that they're expecting you to pay for your brother. Not the asshole. You didn't get lucky with scholarships. You earned them. If your brother isn't similarly talented academically or with sports or whatnot, that's his problem. You're not expected to do his homework for him to get good grades or to go to sports or club practices for him. So likewise, you wouldn't be paying for anything that you got with your scholarships. There's no reason why you have to pay for your father, your stepmom, and your brother's poor choices, bad money management, especially if you had to do it on your own. He can do it on his own too, since you proved it can be done. Not the asshole. They see you as someone earning money with no children. Not cool, but you are just starting, so do what you need to do for you. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.